What's up, XRP fam? What's up, crypto ghosts? It's the Bag Man, the Moon Commander, back in the building, back with another one. Appreciate you stopping by, stuffing some bags. We're going to show you how to go ahead and wrap your Flare tokens and start delegating. But let's go ahead and dive in full speed, full throttle into the cryptoverse. Hugo Filion says the remaining balance in the distribution contract looks like the balance is now below zero. Looks like the first initial 15% airdrop is now completed. Take a look at the Flare token over on Bitrue here. The post airdrop sell-off is underway, currently down over 95%, right around 3-4 cents for Flare, dropping from about 53 cents in a couple days. If you didn't have no Flare, might be a good time to buy some now. Not financial advice. With that being said, let's go ahead and dive in and show you how to wrap your Flare tokens so you can start delegating. We'll go ahead and start off on the Bifrost wallet. Once you get inside the Bifrost wallet, you should be able to see your Flare tokens here. Go ahead and click your Flare account here. Once you get here, go ahead and click the three dots up here at the top. And then we're going to go ahead and go to wrap our Flare tokens. Now you're going to pick how much you want to wrap. We'll go ahead and do 98 Flare out of our 99.16, and we'll leave the rest for the gas fees. We'll go ahead and hit continue. And it says we're about to wrap 98 Flare. You can see the network fee down here, 0.0563 Flare. So make sure you leave a little bit of Flare for the gas fees and go ahead and confirm. Go ahead and sign the transaction. Once you do that, it should send it in. Transaction submitted. And we'll go back here. Now it's sending our transaction. And now you can see we just wrapped our Flare tokens. You can go back and now you should see your wrap Flare here down at the bottom. We now have 98 wrapped Flare. Go ahead and click the wrap Flare account here. Once you get to this screen, go ahead and click the three dots up top. And then we're going to go ahead and click the Delegate button here. And then once you get to this screen, we're going to go ahead and add our delegation down here. It does recommend that you split it into two. We'll just do the top two for now for the tutorial. Go ahead and do 50% to Bifrost Oracle. You can do whatever ratio you want, whether it's 80-20, 75-25, 50-50. Go ahead and hit continue. You can see here, we're going to delegate 50% of our wrap Flare to the Bifrost Oracle. You can see the network fee down here. Go ahead and hit the confirm button. Go ahead and sign the transaction. And then once you do that, transaction submitted, you should be good to go. We are now delegating 50% to Bifrost Oracle. Now we'll go ahead and add our second one here. Go ahead and add another delegation. Go ahead and hit the add delegation button here. And once you do that, go ahead and pick whatever one you want. We'll just go ahead and pick the second one for tutorial purposes. And then we'll go ahead and wrap the remaining 50%. We'll just go ahead and hit max. As you can see, we're going to wrap the rest of the 50% available to Scandi Nodes FTSO. Go ahead and hit continue. And you can see we're going to delegate the rest of our 50% wrap Flare over to Scandi Nodes FTSO. You can see the network fee here. You can also hit the little pencil tool right here and you can adjust the network fee if you wanted to. Go ahead and hit confirm and we'll delegate the rest of our wrap Flare. Go ahead, sign the transaction. And there we go, transaction submitted. And now we're good to go. You can see we now have 100% of our wrap Flare now delegated, 50% to Bifrost Oracle and 50% to Scandi Nodes FTSO. If you wanted to change this or stop delegating, all you got to do is hit the manage button here. Pick which one you want to delete or change. We'll go ahead and pick the bottom one here. Go ahead and confirm it. Scan it. Transaction submitted. And now you can see we're no longer delegating to Scandi Nodes FTSO. We're only delegating to Bifrost Oracle. If you wanted to change this one, you could go in here and change it to 100% if you wanted to continue. But this is just for tutorial purposes. Also, if you wanted to unwrap, all you got to do once you're finished deleting your delegation is go back. Then you're going to come back here to wrap Flare. You're going to hit the three buttons up here up top. Then we're going to hit unwrap up here, the second button. Then you can pick how much you want to unwrap, select the total that you want to unwrap, and go ahead and hit continue. We'll go ahead and confirm it, sign the transaction. Transaction submitted. And once this goes through unwrapped, you should now see the unwrap amount back into your Flare account. So that's how you wrap, unwrap, and start delegating your Flare tokens inside the Bifrost wallet. I will show you how to do it on the Dcent wallet. All you got to do once you got your Dcent wallet popped up and your Dcent wallet device connected is come down to your Flare account. And as long as you see some Flare here, you should be good to go. Go ahead and hit the Discovery tab. And then once you get the Discovery tab, now Dcent Wallet does have their own FTS portal, currently only supporting Songbird. So once they update Flare, pretty sure you can just hit this app and start wrapping and delegating inside there. But for now, since I don't think they've added Flare yet, we can just go ahead and use the ftso.au app here. You can also use the search tab up here up top. If you don't already have it bookmarked, just make sure to paste in the URL here and then make sure to save it as a bookmark once you get to the site. Go ahead and hit enter and the bookmark is down here at the bottom. Also, you can check if you're connected to Flare networks by hitting the little globe up here up top. Then you can see we're connected to Flare networks. Also, if you hadn't added Flare networks just yet, go ahead and hit the My Wallet tab here at the bottom. Go ahead and hit the plus button here. Then you're going to go ahead and search for Flare, F-L-A-R-E. And then we have Flare right here. And you can go ahead and add and create your account right here, your Flare account, if you haven't already added Flare networks. Links will be down below. We'll go ahead and click this here. Go ahead and hit I understand. And then once we get to the site here, we'll go ahead and hit delegate your votes. And then once you get here, go ahead and connect your wallet. We'll go ahead and select Flare networks. Make sure it says Flare networks and then go ahead and select yes, I want. And just give it a refresh if you don't see your balance once you connect your wallet. And now we can start wrapping our Flare tokens. We'll go ahead and wrap 100 for this tutorial. Go ahead and hit wrap once you input your total. And it says you're about to wrap Flare into wrap Flare at a 1-to-1 ratio. This process is reversible. Go ahead and hit confirm. And it says proceed with signing. You can go ahead and check this out. Amount is 100. Go ahead and hit OK. And go ahead and sign the transaction inside your Dcent wallet. Now here we go, signing the transaction, processing. And there we go. We now have 100 wrapped Flare. Once you got your wrapped Flare, go ahead and hit the delegate tab up here. You can see we have our wrapped Flare here, 100. You can see the next epoch date. We'll go ahead and add our first delegation here in the first slot. Go ahead and pick the first one just for tutorial purposes. We'll go ahead and hit 50% for this one, and we'll do another 50% to another one. Go ahead and hit save once you put your percentage amount. And you can go ahead and review the transaction. Go ahead and proceed with signing. Go ahead and hit OK. And then go ahead and confirm it inside your Dcent wallet. Confirm and then sign your fingerprint. And it is now processing. Go ahead and wait for that to go through. And it says we're delegating 50% to FTSO.AU. Waiting for network confirmation. And it looks like it went through. Just give it a second. And there we go. Just give it a couple seconds and then refresh. And you can see the 50% now delegated to FTSO.AU. We'll go ahead and hit this second delegation slide here and delegate the remaining balance. We'll go ahead and hit the second one, Bifrost Oracle. And we'll go ahead and hit the max, which is our remaining 50%. Go ahead and hit save. Waiting for user confirmation. We'll wait for the transaction to go through. There we go. Proceed with signing. You can go ahead and review the transaction and go ahead and hit OK. Go ahead and confirm the transaction and then sign authentication. And now it is processing. We'll give it a second to go through, confirm the transaction, and we should be 100% completed with our delegation inside the Dcent wallet. Waiting for network confirmation. There we go. We should be good to go. Just give it a second. And there we go. You can see the Bifrost Oracle just popped up at 50%. We are now delegating 100% of the 100 Flare that we wrapped. And now we're delegating 50% to FTSO.AU and the other 50% to Bifrost Oracle. It's pretty easy. Also, if you wanted to undelegate and unwrap, all you got to do Just pick which one you want. Once you do that, you can hit the undelegate button. Waiting for user confirmation. Go ahead and wait for the transaction to go through. Go ahead and proceed with signing to undelegate. Go ahead and hit OK. Go ahead and hit confirm inside your Dcent wallet and then confirm the transaction. Processing. You can also do this if you wanted to change your delegation to a different provider. You can just undelegate and select a new one. But if you wanted to unwrap it, you can just go back here to the wrap tab and you can just input how much that you want to unwrap. We'll go ahead and hit unwrap. And it says we're about to unwrap wrap flare into flare at a 1-to-1 ratio. Go ahead and confirm. Go ahead and review the transaction. Go ahead and proceed with the signing. Go ahead and hit OK. Go ahead and confirm it inside of your Dcent wallet. And then once you confirm the transaction, you should be good to go. That wrap flare should now be unwrapped into just regular flare token. And now you can see our balance just changed. We now only have 50 wrap flare. As you can see here now, we're only delegating 50 flare to Bifrost Oracle 50%. That's how you wrap, unwrap, and start delegating your flare tokens over on the Dcent wallet. Let's go ahead and jump inside the Metamask and show you how to do it inside of the Metamask. Now we're going to show you how to do it over on the Metamask, and we're going to be using the same app by FTSO.au over at app.ftso.au. Once you get to your app here, make sure that your Metamask is connected to the Flare mainnet here. As long as you have some Flare tokens in your Metamask, you should be good to go. Go ahead and connect your wallet to the website here. Once your wallet is connected, you can go ahead and select how much of your Flare balance that you want to wrap over. We'll go ahead and do 100 Flare for the tutorial. We'll go ahead and pick how much you want to wrap, then go ahead and hit the wrap button here. And it says you're about to wrap Flare into wrap Flare at a 1-to-1 ratio. This process is reversible. Go ahead and confirm. You can see 100 Flare, and we're going to get 100 wrap Flare. User is waiting confirmation. Wait for the pop-up. Go ahead and confirm the transaction. You can see we're going to wrap 100 Flare, and you can see the estimated gas fees here. Also, make sure to leave a little bit in your MetaMask for the gas fees. Go ahead and confirm the transaction. And now we're good to go here. We just wrapped 100 Flare, and now we have 100 wrap Flare available. Once you have your wrap Flare, you can go ahead and start delegating. Go ahead and hit the Delegate tab up here. And once you get here, you can see we have 100 wrap Flare here available. We can go ahead and hit the first delegation slot, and we can pick which provider we want to delegate to. We'll go ahead and pick the first one for tutorial purposes. We'll go ahead and do 50% to this one, and then we'll go ahead and delegate another 50% to another provider. Go ahead and put the amount that you want to delegate and go ahead and hit the save button. Max is 100%. And then we'll get another pop-up here in our MetaMask, and we'll go ahead and confirm the transaction, delegating 50% to FTSO.au. You can see the network fee here. Go ahead and confirm the transaction. We'll go ahead and wait for that to go through. Now we have 50% delegated to FTSO.au. We still have another 50% that we can allocate. So let's go ahead and hit our second delegation slot here. And we'll go ahead and pick Bifrost Oracle for the second one here. And then we'll go ahead and do the remaining balance, which is 50%. You can input whatever yours is. We'll go ahead and hit save. And we'll wait for the MetaMask confirmation here to pop up, and we'll delegate the remaining 50% to Bifrost Oracle. And here we go. We got the estimated gas fees. You can see here. Go ahead and confirm the transaction. And so far, everything's working pretty smooth on the Flare networks here. Haven't had any problems, so leave a comment down below if you need some further help. And we'll just wait for this to go through, and we're good to go here. Now you can see we're 100% allocated, 50% to FTSO.au, and the other 50% to Bifrost Oracle of the 100 Flare that we wrapped. So that's how you wrap and unwrap and delegate your Flare tokens using the FTSO.au and MetaMask. Also be on the lookout for the Dcent FTSO portal once they update Flare networks to it. If you're on a Ledger device, they say that we're ready for Flare networks tokens distribution, and you'll be able to add a Flare account inside the Ledger Live at launch. So make sure you jump inside Ledger Live, add the Flare account, I don't think they have delegation or wrapping yet, so you would have to use Metamask. Log in with Metamask with your ledger here, and once you're logged in with your ledger device, head over to ftso.au and you should be able to start wrapping and delegating your Flare tokens from the ledger device. Now, if you're on an Ellipal device, I don't think they've added Flare support just yet, but they do have the Songbird app, so hopefully they'll be adding the Flare Network app pretty soon here. But if you don't want to wait, you can always import your private keys into the Bifrost wallet and start wrapping and delegating that way. Also, Bitrue says that they'll be providing high liquidity and numerous Flare token staking options will also be enabled on Bitrue soon after the token distribution event. Starting January 10th at 6 UTC, you'll be able to make investments in Flare networks to receive rewards up to 7% APY. If you plan on holding Flare for a long time in the future, then you can set and forget it in our investment services and watch as you receive interest over time. And with that being said, the first stage of the distribution saw 4.279 billion Flare tokens distributed to millions of recipients. This is a significant milestone for Flare, as developers can now start taking advantage of Flare's EVM and native data acquisition protocols, State Connector, and the Flare Time Series Oracle. These native protocols secured by the network provide decentralized access to high integrity data from other blockchains and the internet, enabling the creation of new use cases and monetization models. And with that being said, Bagman and Bag Ladies, the Flare token distribution only represents the first 15% of the public token distribution, with the remainder to be distributed on a monthly basis over 36 months. And the method of this allocation of the remaining 85% of the token supply depends on the outcome of a community vote on the Flare Improvement Proposal 01. That's all I got for this one. Start rapping, start delegating, and we'll catch you at the tippy top. I am the XRP Bagman, the Moon Commander. Peace out, Crypto Ghost.
Go staking on the Flare networks now, watch my bags grow. Flare samurais flying through them astros. I told you how to stuff a bag when them bags low. I show you how to stake it, bake it, watch them bags blow. But you ain't wanna listen to that Moonbag commander, aka Moonbag and that Moonbag dancer. Samurai switching souls, chopping off heads. I don't hear no FUD no more, it's all dead. Look up in the sky, rapids keep skying. Look up in the sky, Bagman flying. Samurai switching swords, chopping off heads. I don't hear no FUD no more, it's all dead. Look up in the sky, rockets keep skying.